How's that to finish after a time trial, after a Christmas break? Everyone looked reasonably cooked.
Yeah, cooked, mate. Yeah, I think the last bit of the pudding's just worn off then, so that was good. Boys come back in fantastic nick, and another good session out here, so boys are ready to go for 2019.
Do you need a blowout like that after a holiday?
Not really. I didn't appreciate it, but no, we had a pretty strong focus on our fitness to maintain that level where we left off over the break, and you know, as I said, boys have come back super fit and ran some pretty impressive times first up today, which was great.
Just talking to a couple of the boys, they're saying that they've never come back as a group as fit as this. Is that what you've been here a long time?
Yeah,
probably longer than anyone. Is it as good as they've come back, you reckon?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, I think we've got a lot more guys running better times than ever before. I know when I first got to the club, I was probably in the top 6 for aerobic fitness, and now I think I'm middle of the pack. So that just says a lot about our program and how much work we put in, and as well, these young guys come into the footy club and they're ready to go. So I think Chase, Jones, Ned McHenry and Wayne Miller are led today, and they're probably 30 seconds ahead of me. So they're pretty impressive athletes, and I think the majority of the group ran really, really well today, and that'll hold us in good stead for, you know, come round 1.
How good is it to see, you know, Ned and Chase especially as draftees come in and put up those sort of results? Yeah,
it's awesome. It just lifts the standard. You know, guys want to try and match that. As well as that, they've brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the whole group, and you know, blokes like myself and the older guys certainly feed off that, and that's what we need to push us forward, you know, this year. So it's very exciting.
And the health of the group, like, you don't normally get this many players on the track up and about early January.
No, we don't. Yeah, I think last year we had a lot more guys on the sidelines, which puts a lot more stress on the guys in the main group with training. So I think we've got 35 out here today, which is fantastic. As I said before, it's going to hold us in really good stead for the rest of the season. And you know, we know from previous experiences, if we can have our best players out there, we're going to be hard to beat.
And the vibe, the fun is certainly evident from us watching on the sidelines. How have you noticed that as a player, and how important is that in the club moving forward?
Yeah, it's massive. You know, we want to come to our workplace and enjoy it. That's why we play footy. Obviously, we're trying to get the ultimate success, and you know, there's a lot of hard work that goes along the way, and you want to enjoy doing it. So we're real focused this year on trying to bring the fun back and enjoy our footy and enjoy the hard work, and certainly we've been able to do that so far.
How much of the players had a say in that?
Oh, I think it's come from both. You know, you just got to take a step back from last year and review it and realise. You know, at times it got tough, and the joy probably wasn't there, and that comes hand in hand with results. We understand that, but all we can worry about this time of year is training hard and enjoying what we're doing, and hopefully the results will flow off the back of that.
Doug, it sounds like a dumb question, but the fitness that you guys say that you're in at the moment, what sort of difference does that make in, you know, halfway through a football season?
Oh, it's hard to measure, but it's certainly from my experiences that continuity in training is everything. If you can get through at least 80% of pre-season, that's going to hold you in really good stead to, you know, play some consistent football, and particularly the back end of the year, you won't feel the pinch as much. So, you know, obviously you can't help those collision type injuries throughout the season, but if you can get a real good base of fitness beyond you in pre-season, it holds you in great stead for the upcoming season. We know it's a marathon. It's 22 games. It's a lot of hard yards, so bulk of the work gets done here, and if you can get through the majority of it, you should be good for the season.
You play a big part mentally. Round 12, fourth quarter, you're down by a couple of goals, but you know you can get through this at physically at the very least. Maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to really measure. Game's a lot about momentum and that, so things can change. But certainly going into round 1, you know, if you've had a really strong pre-season, that gives you great confidence. That allows you to hopefully get some wins on the board, and then you build your confidence and your continuity from there. So we feel we're in a good place. We understand we've still got probably 4 weeks before JLT, and another 4 weeks to get through there. So the season's still a little way away, but we feel we're in good nick.
Is there still a mental battle for you in pre-season?
Getting up this morning probably a little bit if I was honest, but as soon as you get to the club, as I said before, feeding off the young boys' energy, that certainly gets you through, and I've really enjoyed that aspect of my training this year. I've probably enjoyed this pre-season as much as I can remember before, so at times it can be a battle, but I think yeah, bringing back the joy certainly helps.
What are you more excited about, the JLT starting in Feb or the upcoming nuptials?
I better say the nuptials, yeah. No, it's not too far away, so that will be exciting. Coming up in the 4-day break in Feb and get through that, and yeah, enjoy the season and hopefully plan a honeymoon later in the year with a, yeah, should be good.
With a medallion.
I was going to say that, but
Dougie, the skipper looks in really good nick out there. He looked like he maybe even lost a few kilos over the break.
yeah, he looks good. He's got a nice tan and he looks fit. So I think he has trimmed down a couple of kilos, to be honest. He obviously with a few injuries last year, well documented, and probably drop a couple of kilos is certainly going to help him. The game's only becoming more about endurance and speed and that. So if he's more agile and if he can move around the track a lot easier and get to more contests, that'll help him play good footy.
And Brad Crouch obviously has been talked heavily during the pre-season about his fitness and obviously the struggles he had last year, but looks good out there again this morning.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, he's running really well. He had a bet with Matt today who'd win the 2K, and unfortunately Matt got him, but Brad still ran really well. He's put a lot of hard work in, obviously behind the scenes, late last year and a lot of this early pre-season. Hopefully the rewards are there for him this year. He's, we'd love to see him back up and firing and playing his best footy, and so far this year he's given himself the best opportunity to be able to do that.
How much of a difference does he make to the team and especially that midfield group?
Yeah, I think a lot. He adds another dimension. He's really explosive inside and outside the contest, and that's something we've probably lacked the last, or certainly missed him last year. So, and he uses the ball really well, and I think he'll complement the guys that are in there really well. Obviously, gives you good to play with Brad this year again, and I think they can work quite well together along with Matt and Rory. So I think we've got a really strong midfield group there.
No, you just said about the game about speed and endurance. Obviously, Richmond sort of showed the blueprint of that, and even the Bulldogs a few years before that. Do you think it's going to go one more again this year?
Oh, I wouldn't imagine it'd go backwards. Yeah, certainly I think it'd go to another level. I think teams have looked at certainly Richmond and to a lesser degree probably what West Coast are able to do, and you always try and model yourselves on the best teams, and we know how much forward pressure that Richmond put on, so obviously it involves a lot of running and pressure, so we'll sort of based our pre-season around that.
Mate, a lot of things went wrong in the season just gone. Obviously he was second to 12th. Do you think you've got the squad here that can bounce right back up the top again? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I truly believe that. Still won 12 games last year, so it wasn't disastrous, but obviously the high expectations we had on ourselves was really disappointing the way last year panned out. But for me, I feel the group's in great headspace, which is really important, and physically as good as I've seen. So we're ahead, and there's no reason why we feel we can't get right back up there.
How important is that headspace?
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, it's footy's a tough game. It challenges you every week. You need to have resilience. That's something we've really worked on. I feel hard as last year was, there's some great learnings and some experiences that we'll certainly draw on this year. So we're, I think we're better for last year, and certainly looking forward to 2019.
So you come out of that, even though things went wrong, you do come out of that better.
Oh, you do. You're always learning in this game. It's certainly not the way we wanted to pan out last year, but we reviewed it strongly and reflected upon it late last year, and everyone probably made a few mistakes last year, and we learned a lot, and as a group we move forward and become stronger for it.
How far off is Towles from joining the group?
He's probably, I'm not sure exactly to be honest, but probably 2 to 3 weeks I would say off the top of my head. I could be wrong there, but he's had a few little hiccups, but he's in good spirits, and he'll be doing some work on the sides and hopefully come back later this month.
Back for JLT?
I'm not sure at this stage, yeah.
Do you vote for the skipper? Is that how it works?
In the past we have, yeah.
Tex got your vote this year again?
Yeah, how much are you going to pay me? Yeah, that's up for Tex is he's done a fantastic job, obviously, and that's something that we'll discuss later, probably in this month. But he's done a fantastic job, and obviously tough year last year. His body let him down, but he's certainly a fantastic leader of our footy club.